Good morning, everybody. Another day of Farmers Dynasty. As we've been feverishly working all month. Well, we've been here for how many days now? 3 weeks. 3 weeks we've been living in this house that my grandfather probably died in. Whoa. Oh, that was creepy. Car went by and I was like thinking it was like the ghost out of Ghostbusters. So, not a lot going on. Yesterday was kind of a mellow day for the most part. We did make some good money. Got some stuff done at a reasonable time. We were able to plow some fields and get that all taken care of. Made a little bit of money, not a ton, but I'm not complaining because money's money. Right now, we're sitting at $35,000, 3 weeks in, and 90,000 social points. And, you know, it's kind of funny. When I'm not playing, I'm contemplating. I'm contemplating my next tactic, my next move, and how I'm going to get to that 100. It's how I'm going to get to that 100,000 mark before the end of the fall planting season. There's a good chance that other people have done this. I haven't seen anybody attack it this way, but so it's kind of weird. Like, I go from thinking that 100,000 is too easy of a challenge, and it's not really going to be that difficult. And then another day I'll think, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get there. I just got my eggs. How many eggs have I got now? Almost 1,000 eggs. That's good. That's good. So I'm going to close that, check my food, make sure they got plenty of food. So we're sitting at about 45% yet. I keep forgetting to check. I should go check some older videos, some older sessions on my cattle and see how much hay they're consuming each day. But right now I'm 21 days in, and as far as the hens go, I think I've used maybe 3% of my hen food, or my seed, whatever you call it. Come on, get up. Gotta milk this cow. The cow's got the good life, you know? I mean, when they're not constantly being threatened with the idea that we're going to kill them and eat them, you know? They have to be, like, really, really confused. Because to some humans are, like, really nice to them and they love them. The other ones are, like, going, yeah, you know, just come on over here. Let me slit your throat so I can eat you. So I'm sure there's, like, mixed messages going on between humans and cows all the time. They're like, man, but they feed us so well. What movie was that? Was that that movie Sausage? I think that was the movie. Can't remember. Where they didn't realize they were food. I don't remember. But needless to say, we're almost done milking our cows. So we're getting good return on this. And honestly, outside of repairing the buildings, I haven't had to do anything to maximize I used the metal that I already had to kind of reconstruct their stalls, but I didn't have to do anything else, so it worked out well. I haven't checked let's see, shut the door, see how much food the cows got. All right, so we're down to 97%, and I've had the cows for, I don't know how I've got 200, so maybe about 10 days. 10 days, and we've burned about 1% of food in 10 days. That food's gonna last forever. I have a dog house. You see my dog house? I have no dog. That sucks. And I know the dog's around here somewhere. I've fed him like 2 or 3 times. I think if I feed him one more time, he will actually come home with me. That would be cool. So just checking out we'll go check this thing out. Look, nothing going on there. We'll put a little bit of money and crank up the humidity for a second. We actually did really good yesterday. Made almost a couple $1,000s, I think it was. We got almost 4,000 social points. Desperately needed. And we're gonna have to at some point go plow that other field that we harvested, because I cannot imagine paying someone as much as that would cost me. See, like right now, if I wanted to hire somebody I've cultivated the field. I could fertilize the field for $285. This probably each field would be the same. Then I could plant seeds. I generally plant peas, which is it's all the same price, but peas pay out the best. And I'm still contemplating. Oh, and I didn't show you. If we go up here to where our other property is, this is a good sized field. It's what is that? 2.63 acres. So if I plowed that field, it's $800. It's $1,000. It's not $850 to plow the field. So I really cannot imagine spending that money to plow the field. The other thing I have is I'm going to have to get the magazine in here loaded up with some good grain and some fertilizer. I'm going to have to take care of that. And then after that, I'm going to have to, I still have to fertilize the fields. And I have to put manure on the fields, which I don't think I have a lot of manure. I don't know if I have enough yet to really do it justice. But I think I can fertilize them at any time with the manure. Let's see, we've got 2,000 in there. What do we got up here? That's almost so. That would be enough to that 8,600. That would really be enough to probably fertilize, put manure on one field. Maybe a little bit more than one field. So let's check out our prices. I looked at our prices. They did go up. Let's see. We're at $440 a ton. So that's not bad. That would make put us at $660 for wheat down at the windmill. And we've got some jobs. We got a 1 acre plow. We can do an acre job. Those are always good money. It's not a lot of jobs going on today. Unless they're all right next to each other. Yeah, it looks like they are. Oh, is there 4 jobs? There's a 1 acre field. Is there two 1 acre fields? No, that's soup. That's tomatoes. That's tomatoes. So basically, I can go plow a 1 acre field. And since that field's going to be up there, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and plow that field. And then I'm going to save myself $800. And I'm going to go ahead and plow my other field. Make sure. Get gas. So, we'll fill that up. Gotta wash it. Boom. Make it nice and clean, but rusty. You know, have the desired effect. All right, so cruise up here to Redberry. In the U.S., this would be like a county. I'm not really sure what they would call this in Europe, but you'd have different small towns within a county. But when you look at the distances, this isn't. It's more like these are neighborhoods, because if I go to the one end of the map to the other, it's like 3,000 meters, which comes out to a little. I think it's right at a couple miles. Is that right? 3,000 times 3 would be 9,000. So it's just under 2 miles. But for some reason, it takes me an hour to get there. A little convoluted sense of distance. But you guys hang loose. We're going to get up here and get up to Redberry, where all the action is, in just a minute. All of a sudden I pull into Redberry, I'm not really seeing a lot of, oh yeah, there's a lot of people there. Okay, let's pull over and see if we can get some attention. Alright, question is, who is where? Okay, so the acre one is, I think, Jason. Epic Rider. Did they come up with these skins from a different game, like a racing game or something?
Hi. Oh, it's you again.
He's got a leather jacket and shorts.
I'm looking for work. Got anything for me? There's a field nearby that needs plowing. Will you do it?
Absolutely. Why not? Ooh,
Sounds good.
582
I'll take
bucks.
care of this.
I will take that. I will take your challenge. Okay, so that's actually not that far from here. See, we're good energy wise. That's only 500 bucks, $600. So we're not gonna make a lot of money today, but that's all right. We won't make a lot of money, but what we will do is, it's a tough one. See, I keep looking at these fields and I keep going, what if? I just don't know that there's any real money. I need wheat to come up. It would have to get up to $800 per ton for me to justify coming all the way up here and messing with this stuff. It's a tough one. So this is not a big field, so that one I should actually be able to plow that one fairly quickly. I like to think it's 8 o'clock, so then we'll end up spending the rest of the day plowing our other field. So you guys hang loose. There's not a lot going on today. It's crazy. 21 days. All right, let's see. I think let's go back. Okay. All right, we're gonna drop this guy right here. We enjoy the tunes, and we're gonna get this thing plowed. Gonna do it for this particular field. Yeah, we just finished that 1 acre field. It's about 11:45 in the morning. I need to eat something, but I noticed over here they have apples in their trees, and I definitely need to make some more applesauce. So I'm gonna run over here real quick and snake these apples. I'm not even gonna stay on the tractor. I'm just gonna run and do this because I saw a whole bunch of apples over here. Let's see. I know they're in here. There they are. There's one. There's at least two. 1, 2. What else you got? I know you're in here. Oh man, these are a lifesaver when it comes to this little challenge of trying to. Oh, there's one. There's an apple. Oh look, there's one. Oh, that lady's right there. There's an apple. Nice. Oh my gosh, I hit the mother load. I mean, I eat about 2 applesauces a day, so that's a good haul, man. Oh wait, there's more over. Oh my gosh, there's more over here. There are more apple trees. I don't know if there's anything in these. Yes, I see apples. Not a lot, but enough to matter. Let's see. Make it enough to make it worth my time. Oh, there's one. Got him. Oh, there's a couple. There's a couple up here. So let's get these two. Oh, gotcha. Oh my goodness. I'm in heaven. This is perfect. I've been eating applesauce for days. Probably give myself the runs doing it. Imagine if all you ever ate was applesauce. That would suck. But that's all right. It's all right. I'm surviving. You know, maximizing. You gotta maximize financial return on this. There's an apple right up there. Look at that, dude. This is a good sized orchard. I didn't even realize this orchard was here, or even this big. But I don't know how many apples are on these trees. But I'm at least getting one, maybe two per tree. And you never know. I probably missed something. But let's see how many apples we got. 23 apples. That's huge. That's more than I've eaten, in the last week. That's awesome. Oh, there's another apple. Gonna steal it. You guys are gonna come out here to all his apples are gonna be gone. He's gonna think his trees are barren. That's gonna be funny. Oh, there's one. There's one. How'd you miss that one? Okay. All right. Oh no, there's one over here. Run. Grab that guy. Nobody's looking. Okay. This lady's completely clueless to me stealing apples out of her trees. Shoot, there's one over here. Like I said, inevitably you're gonna miss some apples. You just never know. But that's a dude. I just totally raked in. I got 27 apples, so I'll make some applesauce out of that later. But I'm still mulling over this idea. Do I spend money and buy more fields? Such a tough decision. I'm really tempted to, because this guy right here, that's wheat. That's 1.59 acres. Oh, man, here I go again. I keep saying I'm not going to do this, but first let me save. Because as I've said before, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, if you don't save and you go and you look at one of these fields, chances are really good you might accidentally buy it. And if you're not intending to buy it, you don't want to do that. All right, so I could spend $12,000 and out of my $35,000, and I could buy this wheat, and it would cost me 25,000 social points. If it's wheat, I would end up harvesting it pretty much myself. Should go get paid, really. No, see, this is why you don't do this. That's a problem with this game. Is if you're moving the map and you happen to move that mouse over like you're just going to quick jump to it. So, all right, so we're at 440 barley. Canola's 720. Canola's not bad. Seriously. The fields I'm kind of looking at, this is a wheat field. And I'm just going to cruise through here. I don't know what's that. That's soy. It'd be $12,000, and I'm 1.5 acres. Is that what it was? Almost 1.6 acres. It's twice the size of my field. I mean, I should be able to pull at least twice as much stuff out of that field than I pulled out of my field. We're gonna start plowing this field because it has to be plowed. And I'm not going to pay somebody to plow this field. But you got this wheat field. You got that field there. I'm kind of looking at this square here. This section right here. This was the big piece. This is 1.5. That's 2.27 acres and 1.49. So, I mean, I could buy this little square here and... at least that I would have some fields going into the second season. But will it be enough? I mean, and it looks like it's wheat on all of them. So, it's a huge risk. It's a huge risk, but then you run the chance. Like I said, if I could get 800, oh man, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? You know, I'm sitting here thinking about it, but I'm not gonna do it today. There, I committed to that. You know, not doing it today. I'm gonna sit on my money, and I mean that's a good sized field. I mean, this field right here next to me is it's bigger. It's 2.27. No, it's not bigger. It's good size. They want a lot of money for that field. That's 1.49, 1.59, 2.27. This is a big one. 3.62, 3.28. I don't know what's growing in the back, but you know, just this whole new field section. There's some good money in this, and it's tempting. It would definitely make for good planning. Now, this field, if you didn't watch the episode when we finally caved and bought a field, this field right here had peas in it, and peas were selling for $900 a ton, 9 something a ton, and it was more than worth doing. It was absolutely worth the time and energy it went into, you know, taking care of that field and getting the money. But I just really expected to make more money out of it. I just thought I was going to get in the neighborhood of $20,000 profit, and I was like, you couldn't be more wrong. You know, I was so far out in left field. I was completely off base, and I ended up making about $5,000 more than I spent. So when it was all said and done, I think I spent like almost $20,000 for it, and I pulled about $25,000 in profit out of the field, and that was like canola. Okay, now I paid someone to do it. That cost me a few $100s, but because the price on wheat is so low right now. Unless it got up to 800, I'm not going to make the money. And so what scares me is I could make money off of the bales of hay that I would get out of it. You're talking about, I would have, you know, how many runs I'd have to make I'd have to make constant trips to market with the hay. I don't know. Such a tough decision. You know, I'm over here I'm going to mull this over. I'm going to really think about this while I'm plowing this field. This field's going to take the rest of the day. This field's 2.2 acres. It'll take me a good 6-7 hours in game time to plant this field. But I have plenty of time to think about this. Total revenue right now, I've got $35,000 cash. I got 90,000 social points. I don't know what this field over here would cost me. Let's just stop for a second. Let's just go look. And once again, I'm going to save the game because I don't want to accidentally buy something. Save. Right there. All right. So this is the big field. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. So they want $18,000 for this 2.2. So it's about the same price. And it would cost me 36,000 social points. 36,000 would pretty much be, I would not be able to do anything for a while. But $18,000 versus $12,000, $6,000 more. It's almost an acre bigger. Oh, decisions. I can't make up my mind. I'm totally baffled on what I'm going to do here. So when you're not sure about doing something, if you don't know if it's a good investment, best practice, don't do anything. Think about it. Mull it over. Crunch the numbers. Figure out how much money you're going to get out of the deal. And so what I'll probably do is I'll estimate how much grain I could pull out of the ground there, how big this field is compared to my other field. So if that field, and I'm looking at it, if this is 2.27 and I scroll down here, this guy, how big was that field? That field is 0.89. So times 3.5, so it'd be about 3.5 almost 3.5 times the size. These are rough numbers, so don't shoot me if I'm not accurate. 3.5 times the size of my main field. So then you could say I got 7,500 kilos of wheat out of my field over at the main homestead. So 3.5 times that 7,500. You go figure 15,000, 21.5 or 22.5, and then another 4,200, 4,250. So that would take you 25,750, 26,000. You'd have 26,000 kilograms, or 26,000 kilograms. Which now you would do is you take that and you multiply that times, or divide that by the 907.18. So you figure for every 1,000, so 26,000, and then you divide that by 900, and that's going to come into, you got to figure 900 would go into that. Just a little under 3 times. So you're looking at 3 point something tons. Is that right? No, that's not right. Oh, I'm sorry. A little under 30 tons. So it's a little under 30 tons, or it'd be a little more than 30 tons is what I mean. But right at 30. Because 900 times 30 would be 27,000, right? Yes. So 900 times 30 would be 27,000. If I'm coming to 26.5, so you'd say you're at 29 tons, and then you take that and you multiply that times your price. So if I'm only pulling 640 a ton. You know, say you're pulling 27, 28 tons, and I'm pulling in 640 a ton. That's about 60% of 28, roughly. I mean, if you're going to average it out, and that's if I take everything down to the mill. Down to the mill, I'm making 640 a ton. So at 64% of, all you gotta do is divide the 28 by 64%. So yeah, it doesn't really add up. I would walk out of there. If I sold everything as was, I would lose money off that field. Because I'm gonna get 64%, 50% of 28,000. That's 14,000. Another 10%. It's 14. 16.5, you know, you're looking at making about $17,000 off that field. And then you got to think about it. If I harvest the whole thing myself, it would have to get to 800. It would have to go to 800. At 80% of 27,000 would give me about $22,000, $23,000 on my yield for the harvest. Now that doesn't count the fact, that's just the wheat. That doesn't count the hay. So there could be a lot of money to be made off the hay too. So every 39 bales you'd make like I think $1,500. And so if you look at my previous thing, I think I ended up with 39, 40. I think I ended up with like 50 something bales of hay off that 0.7, so you multiply that times 3.8 is 100, say 160, 170 bales of hay. So if you divide that by say 40, that'd be 4 trips. You're gonna pull in $6,000. So then, if you think about it that way, I'm gonna end up profiting out of that $18,000 investment, providing I do all the work and field that side. It's gonna take me 2 days to do the work. Or several days to do the work. I would end up profiting, if the price got to 800, I would end up profiting by about $6,000 or $7,000. I'm kind of roughing that in there. Yeah, it'd be somewhere between $7,000 and $8,000 profit off that field alone. And that's my, you like how I do rough math in my head. I'm sitting here plowing a field and I'm trying to do math in my head. But so I would say that at 800 ton, that field that we just looked at would be a $10,000 profit spread over 3 days. And then once again, that's based on a lot of little perfections. I mean, the price has to come up. I got to be able to get to $800 per ton at the mill. You're never going to get that from the market. You have to go all the way to the mill, and then I've got to haul that stuff all the way to the mill. And you got to look at how I can only move it at 4,500 kilos per trip. So it's going to take you some time to haul that stuff all the way down there. So it's a tough one. That 27,000 kilos added to my 7, it would give me 34,000. I can hold 60,000 in the silo. But it's tempting. It is really tempting. It's the issue now that I think about it. It's not about harvesting. The harvesting, you would get it done in a couple days. And the truth is, I don't have a big enough grain hauler to get it done, I think, in one day. I would have to start first thing in the morning, start harvesting. You fill it up, and then you would, I mean, it would literally take all day to harvest that field and get everything back to the silo. You know, and then just the number of runs you would have to make. There's some tools you'd have to buy, basically, is what I'm getting at. You'd have to have bigger equipment to get it done in under 3-4 days. So you gotta weigh the pros and cons on that stuff, I guess. I don't even know if I'd bother. This is the kind of crap that goes through my head. I'm sitting there going, how am I going to hit 100,000? How am I going to get this? Okay, I need to not eat my product. I need to not waste money. Right now, I have got nowhere to work, so I might as well be out here plowing this field. But you got to kind of really ask yourself. It's like, ugh, what's that guy doing? It's like just jogging, I guess. Probably in leather chaps or something. Ooh, don't run over stuff. I mean, I'm really tempted, but I just don't know if the value's there. I mean, it could take me, just to do that one field alone, it could take me 2-3 days. And, I mean, whereas I could pick up those, I could add those other paying jobs, but, it's, you know, in the end, you're talking about I need to turn a profit. And so that's going to give me a net gain profit of, what, $10,000? Adds a field to my collection. You know, I get to plant it. I get to harvest it in the spring. That's good money. But it's not strategic to where I can just easily come up here and plow and plant and seed. And there's a lot of back and forth to the homestead to get the supplies because I don't have a big seeder. If I wanted to plant this field myself, I mean, that's a lot of trips back and forth. And that's when you just realize you're going to end up paying somebody to do that work for you because it's going to take too long. Let's see how far I've gotten. I have plowed 24% of this field. Not too bad. What time is it? 1:30? I guess I need to eat applesauce. Yeah, I'll plow until I can't go any farther. I got about 60% of that thing plowed. I'm not going to last because I'm at 25% exhausted, and looks like I'm going to be having to finish this tomorrow or possibly the next day. We'll have to wait and see. But ain't nobody gonna steal my tractor, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the tractor here. It's not going anywhere, which is a good thing. Very honest community. All right, let's jump off that. But that's a lot of work. So we're at 59% plowed. I like that. 40.8% harvested. I don't get that, but okay. Suggesting that there was something yet left to harvest. But I'm going to jog on over here to the bus stop, head on home. And yeah, that thing's not going nowhere. I mean, I'm good. Ride the bus all the way back. Well, it's too late to get paid, that's for sure. But we'll head back to the homestead, and we're going to call it a night at that. I didn't even get close to finished. Man, that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Gave me a lot of time to think about just whether or not I want to take a risk on harvesting some more wheat. And I say no risk, no reward. So I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. You know, do I buy a couple more wheat fields, burn my social points, and then have to go ahead and take care of those wheat fields myself? I could let them sit for a season. And go ahead and make some, since I'm home early, me and my lovely kitchen. Look at the size of this light. Thing's massive. Oh. All right, so we'll make some more applesauce. Oh, I like applesauce. That'll work. So yeah, after I tortured you with all those numbers earlier, that probably just was a distraction and annoying. But I don't know. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna sleep on this, and give it some thought. I'm not 100% sold on the idea of buying any more fields before the end of the planting season. Obviously, I don't know that I'd be able to plant them all because there's money involved in that. So, but hey, if you enjoy this series and you're liking watching me struggle through this process, definitely hit that subscribe button. You can hit that bell for notifications. Leave comments and let us know what you think. You can like and share. And until next time, y'all keep gaming. That's it. I'm out.